Hey there, Craig Ripley here. Welcome once again to Living Off the Slab. Now, if you remember from my Santa Claus video, a couple of videos back, I was talking about wanting to get this heated jacket in. The folks at Aurora Wear reached out to me and asked if I would take one of their jackets and do a review on it. And since it's something that I was considering getting anyway, I said, well, sure, go ahead and send it on. We'll do a review and see how it does. So today we are going to go out and we're going to test this dual control heated jacket from Aurora Wear. Now what I'm going to do to test it today is not go for a motorcycle ride. I'm actually going to go out for a walk. It is about 37 degrees out there right now, so I'm going to go for a little 3-mile walk that I do periodically, and we're going to see how this jacket works. Now, as I said, it is a dual control jacket. It has heated panels in the front and the back, and then also in the upper arms here, which I thought would be the better product for a motorcyclist. So first thing I have to do is turn this on. So what I'm going to do is hit this button right here, this inner button, and we're going to hold it until it lights up, and now it's going to start flashing red and white, and that means that it's warming up. And once it warms up, then it's going to kick over to medium heat, right? And that's what we're going to use to go out for the walk. So and here you go, guys. You can see that the jacket is now warming up, right? This is a preheating mode. So that button is blinking red and then going out, right? So again, that's preheating mode. It lasts about 5 minutes, preheats the jacket up, and then it'll switch over to medium heat. All right, so now the jacket is heated up, and now you can see that the light is white, right? That means that we're in medium heat mode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the arm panels on also. And when they come on, they're going to be on high, but I'm going to click it down to medium, right? So now they're both on medium, and I'm going to head out for my walk. All right, so here we are. Finally made it out of the house. Now we're going out for a little walk. You know, with a corded jacket, you are basically stuck using it on the bike. That's the only place that you can use it. So I thought, well, let's go with a battery powered gear, and that way I can use it for, you know, like today when I'm out walking, you know, taking my walk during the winter, so I can keep exercising. Or I can use it in a campground. You know, we go camping in the spring, and it is often very cold up there when we get up. So having something with a little extra warmth to it through, you know, battery-powered gear here would be great to have on those occasions. So we're going to give this a try today, see how it works. And you notice that I only have this jacket on. It's my only insulation. I do have, you know, a long sleeve base layer on underneath this, but my jacket is just this heated jacket from Aurora Wear. Now, one thing I want to mention though is that you'll notice there's a hood on this jacket, and that zippers off. So if you wanted to use it under a motorcycle jacket as your mid layer, then you can do that. I've already tried it on with my Climb, and it does fit just fine, but we'll go over that when I get back home. But for right now, I went ahead and left the hood on because I wasn't sure how cold it was going to be out here today. Temperature's around 37, but right now it's quite comfortable. All right, so while I'm walking here, let me tell you, I guess, a little bit about the jacket. As I said, this is a dual zone jacket, or a dual control jacket, they call it. It has heaters in the chest, the back, and in the upper arms. All right, so as I said before, I thought this would be, you know, good for motorcycling to have those dual zones in there. The jacket seems to be extremely well made. I went all through it, looking at the seams and so forth, and they seem to be, said, really nicely done. Has YKK zippers on it that seem to work really well. So overall, I'm impressed with the quality of the jacket up to this point. And the fit is great. I got an extra large. I have a 46-inch chest. If that'll help you out on your sizing. I said it's very comfortable. One thing I like, it has a very high collar on it. So that's good for, again, motorcycling. Keep the wind out from, underneath your helmet, underneath the neck. Said all that's great so far. Now the jacket has adjustable Velcro closures at the wrist, and also there are elastic closures here at the waist as well if you want to tighten things up. So I was watching some other online reviews of this jacket before I received mine, and I saw one gentleman who said he thought that the jacket was not warm enough to wear it by itself. And he was reviewing the single zone jacket, and so it may be built a little bit differently, but for this dual zone jacket, absolutely I could wear this by itself. I'm out here doing it right now. Like I said, it's in the upper 30s right now, and for these temperatures, I think it's doing great. Now I can see that maybe if temperatures dip down into the 20s, that you would want another heavier insulated jacket over the top of this. But that's what I was expecting. I was expecting to use this kind of jacket as a mid-layer, essentially, for while I'm riding, or even if I'm outside snow blowing or something, I would have a heavier jacket on over the top of this. Okay, so I'm now at the turnaround point in my walk. I've got a couple of good hills to go up, so I'm gonna hit each of these buttons and turn them blue, and that's gonna put it into low heat. So we'll see how the low heat mode does, again, as I'm climbing these hills. As far as pockets go, there are 2 pockets here in the front, and then they've got a chest pocket up here. And then inside there are 2 zippered pockets as well. The pocket on the left holds your battery, and it's nice that the battery is in a separate pocket on the inside of the jacket, so you still have full use of your exterior pocket. All right, so I'm up the hill. Got a little sweat going, so I'm gonna stop here for a second. We're gonna turn these up to high, that's red. So as I'm doing this last little bit cruising home, it's probably gonna be too hot, but for the sake of trying it out, we'll see how it does. Okay, so yeah, high is definitely toasty. I can see where it would be good on some really cold days, but somewhere where we're just under 40, it's probably a little too much. So I'm gonna bump that back down to medium. Okay, so we should be on white now. Yep, that's medium. So again, finish the ride up, or the walk up. We're not riding today. And said head to the house, and then we'll go over some details on this jacket. All right, so I'm back from the walk now, and I tell you, the jacket worked great out there. It's upper 30s, and I was just absolutely comfortable with I have one base layer, long sleeve base layer on underneath this jacket, and then I have the jacket on, and I played around with the heat from medium down to low, and then up to high, and back to medium again, because high was a little bit too much, especially when you're walking. But I can see that it might be very useful on a really cold day on the bike. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to take this hood off that's attached to the jacket, and then we're going to try my Klim Latitude on over the top of it to see if it all fits together. But before I do that, I need to check the battery to see how much power we lost while we're out there on that hour walk. And wow, guys, I tell you, I'm very surprised. I got back and the battery is reading as still fully charged. After an hour of walking out there, again with both zones going, the battery isn't even registering as having anything used. So that's great. I'm really impressed with the battery life. Okay, here goes. Let's see if we can get this thing on. Not bad. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, obviously I have another coat on underneath the Climb Latitude now, so I can feel it. But it's no worse than any of the other mid layers that I wear. And on cold days, not having a heated mid layer, I'm using 2 of them. I'm doubling up, right? So it's definitely not as bad as doubling up on my mid layers. So yeah, it fits well. All right, so let me take this off, and then I guess we need to talk about price of this jacket. It's a little harder to get off. There you go. But again, that's no different than the other mid layers that I wear, right? They get pretty tight when you get bundled up. But anyway, this jacket runs $279.99 out on the AuroraWear website. So that price is about the same price as you're going to find other quality heated jackets out there. Some of them are a little less. AuroraWear has jackets that cost less than that, but they only have the one zone in it, the zone for the chest and the zone for the back. And this jacket has the 2 zones, right? So front, chest, back, and then the sides. So that's going to push the price up just a tad higher. But again, for me, for motorcycle riding, I think it's worth paying that extra price, right, to get those heated arms, right, because that really makes a difference. I know for me, that's where I get cold a lot. Also, I get cold in my back, so I wish they had something down low in the back. But again, most of the jackets don't cover that area. So I'm glad to see that they have the elastic cinches in the waist, so I can really pull that in tight to keep the air from getting up underneath my low back there. So far, this is great. I really like this jacket. I am impressed with it. I'm glad I decided to review it, and I'm really looking forward to using it coming in the springtime. And probably even more here in the winter, because I think I'm going to throw it on and when I do my snow blowing. I mentioned that when I was out walking, but that seems like a really good idea to me, because that's when it gets really cold around here, is when I've got to go out and clean up the snow. So yeah, I like this very much. So I'm very, very happy with it. If you want to check the jacket out, you can go to the description of this video, and I'll have a link to AuroraWear, as well as I will have a link out in the gear section of my website. I will add this to my riding gear page, right? And you can go there and read about what I have to say, watch this video, and again, have a link where you can purchase it as well. So thanks a lot, guys. This is nice. So, all right, we'll talk to you later. Ride safe.